think that might have been from the penultimate delivery, because that's just a single. 8 from it, 83 for 2. Pretty much neck and neck at the moment. Look at that acceleration in the latter part of West Indies' innings. From over 17. Alzarri Joseph is just hollering at his fielders on the offside to get them in the right place. So with Butler on strike, he's got that protection on the offside boundary. He's got a deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, fine leg, and a fine third man. It's the field I talked about prior to the game for Butler. Got to hold that back of a length though. Even that there, although angled into leg stump, was probably a touch fuller than Alzarri Joseph was keen on. I think he'll hold the same field for Brook. So you got a finish third and Akil Hussain. Fine leg, backward square, mid-wicket, and a deep point on the boundary. Just keep banging away at a good length. Brook deep in his crease and leg side and trying to hit him off that length that Simon Dorr was referring to. I think the possible option is to go down the wicket and sort of offside and try and just time it into the gap, because it'll run across quickly. The problem is you can't be blasé going down the pitch to Alzarri Joseph because he's rapid. And you're looking as a bowling unit and a bowler, you're looking for the batter to have to do something different. And Harry Brook has looked to give himself room. You want Butler to try and come at you. If he gets you once or twice, so be it. But then he's having to make the play rather than you gifting him the play. Tries to scoop, and he's exactly as Simon Dorr's saying, make the batsman do something different. Well, Butler got off the mark in game one by just check driving one straight back over the bowler's head from a length. I got mid off and mid on up here. I don't know what I can do down the ground. So you're kind of playing on his ego a little bit as well. That's not got all of it. This should be taken in the deep. Difficult one. Because of the wind, it was swirling, and Johnson Charles there in the deep couldn't cling on. That could be a massive miss. The plan was put in place. All it needed was the catch to be taken. Simon Dorr is shaking his head. Oh, execution, perfect. You just need your mates. You need some help. JC, just move late, hard hands. And it has bounced out of Johnson Charles' hand. Just to look how late he's had to move. He was stood still for so long. And then about 3 or 4 steps to the left, he needed to go earlier and settle himself. How costly will that be? Brilliant from Alzarri Joseph. Well, that'll be fine because Brook gave himself room. It is a breezy place to field out there. Ball going, hanging in the breeze, give you more time to think, moving around. He just never looked comfortable underneath it. Didn't they remind him? He'll get a bit more of that for a few minutes to come, that's for sure. Not quite Bay 13 at the MCG, but change of field. Akil Hussain is going to go into the circle. Roston Chase drops down towards the dugouts. gave him absolutely no room there. That's an excellent over from Alzari Joseph. Deserved a wicket. That has hurt Harry Brook as well. 10 gone, 87 for 2. Harry Brook now can perhaps get a bit of treatment if he needs it, because we're going to pause for a drink.
That's pretty special. And great to have you here with us. He was so brilliant. He always scored. And do you think we'll be back here for another game soon? Probably. We certainly hope so. We really think yourself, don't we? You want a bit more time? Big shout out to them. Thanks to your teammates who are with us in the crowd today. Hopefully you go well in your next match. But we've got a little something to thank you for your support. We've got a blue cap there. We've got a complete collection. There's a nice spreading hat for you. Signed none other by a big daughter.
England require 110 from the last 10 overs of this game. Harry Brook is still there, but he was in a bit of discomfort after that last delivery of the previous over from Alzari Joseph. Strong abs, these guys, and they breed them tough up north, Dooley.
Well, they need to. Terrific delivery, great over, really high quality over. Deserved the wicket of Butler. Closing down that one side of the ground, making sure there was nothing on offer for either batter. Take things back nicely.
Yeah, it was an excellent over, just 4 runs from it. And one of those was a leg by, which thudded into the ribs of Harry Brook. That drop of Josh Butler. That could be costly, could be costly. So a change down here. Gudakesh Moti. And a reminder to JC on the big screen that he's just dropped Josh Butler. His friends in the crowd are giving a word to him. So Moti. Hit hard, so they might be able to come up to no. Charles actually does well, and the crowd are in full support.
There will be no respite. Charles for the rest of the innings.
That ball will follow him now for the rest of the game. Boat is just pushing Romario Shepherd a bit deeper at extra cover towards the edge of the circle. Butler was shaping to hit that off the back foot over extra cover, actually. Followed him. Quiet rate has just sneaked above 11.
Yeah, 12s and 13s don't worry sides for the last 3-4 overs. It's when you've got to get 12s and 13s from 7-8 overs out, it makes it a bit more difficult. It's the West Indies challenge, is to try and push that.
Good again. Just watching Butler's feet, I think. Just saw him shimmy leg side. So if Moti can get out of this over now with 1 ball to go without too great a damage, boundary or a 6 at worst, get out with a couple or a single. Those 2 excellent back-to-back overs, sort of working in a partnership. First Alzari Joseph, now Gudakesh Moti. Brook will be aware of that too. Excellent. That's excellent from Moti, backing up what Alzari Joseph had done. 92 for 2.
Yeah, it's terrific. Great work backing up what Alzari Joseph did so well the previous over. Moti assisting, pushing that required rate up.
West Indies were 91 for 2. England are 92 for 2. Romario Shepherd's going to bowl this next over from the Ashley Down road end. There must have been some thought of sticking with Alzari Joseph. Fair to say you got that one wrong.
I think that one is a wide, Wardy. Yeah, look for the slower ball. It's a difficult one to bowl.
High-end international sport, that, really. Brook wanted to, Butler definitely didn't. Well, he's tried. The first ball was obviously didn't work out as a wide and a bad one, but he was trying to take pace off. He's taken pace off there. It was something West Indies was slow to do in the Riverside. And once they did go into the pitch with slower balls, for a while it made it tricky for England. Maybe Romario's thinking now's the time to do some of the same. Smashed away, but straight at Johnson Charles in front of his mates.
He daren't turn around either, JC. He's stone-faced. Oh, they're loving it.
You think of your worst goober you dropped and got enormous stick for?
It's probably quite a few.
Oh, that's carved away and it's going to go for 6. Eyes on the umpire to see if that was above waist high. I don't think it was, but that is an extraordinary shot.
Perfect description, extraordinary. The ability to see it so well. Just look how Harry Brook just opens that bat face and deliberately carves it backward a point. Wonderful timing as well. Not a lot of foot movement involved. Straight out of that blade.
Just cocks the wrist in his back lift, Harry Brook. Then he can fire them through so quickly. Slower into the pitch, slammed away over extra cover. Terrific batting.
Well, England needed something after 2 very tight overs. Harry Brook owes that man a drink, a beverage of some sort, please.
Watch the ball, watch the ball.
Oh, wow. It was empty anyway.
He spilt a mouthful. He's trying to con everyone to go and buy him a full pint. All down my sleeve. All over that lady. Off to the Barca. Everyone's coming a bit squarer on the offside in the deep. Austin Chase has gone in front of square. Going for the wide Yorker, misses. This has sort of undone a little bit of the good work that had been provided to West Indies previously from Mooti and before the drinks break, Alzari Joseph. That's why I wondered if they'd stick with Alzari. If you got another one of those, that would put England under a bit of pressure, but some of that has been released now with 14 coming from it with 2 balls to go. He was going to scoop or sweep that and he had to adjust at the end. He wanted 2. Butler said no, and then that man again has misfielded. And now he's got to trudge back to the same spot where he dropped Butler a few overs ago. Told you it would follow him.
And it has. Keep your head up, Johnson Charles. Something else might come your way.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking, come to me now and I want to do something spectacular. And turn around and wave the ball at them. Oh, that's not a great over, you've got to say, from Romario Shepherd. Very good one for England, though. That's 20 coming from it, 112 for 2.
We want everyone around and around to answer the ball theirs.
Number 85 required from 48 deliveries, and 2 batters who are well set now with Butler and 47. Brook and 5 starting to take shape his innings. Akil Hussain back into the attack. Oh, that ball. Hello to Michael Atherton.
Good afternoon, Bish. Afternoon, everybody. Yes, these two going well now. It's an impressive partnership developing.
This time, and it's half cheering, and a little half of something else for that crowd behind Johnson Charles down there, but it's an important wicket.
Just a flicker of a smile from Johnson Charles, who's had a difficult time of it in the last half hour. He put Butler down, there was a misfield, he was getting all kinds of grief from the supporters behind him. But this one was more straightforward than the previous catch that was put down. That was a bit of a sky, was swirling around in the breeze. This one went flatter. He didn't have to move, and he safely pouched it. An important wicket because it's the dangerous Butler who's gone for 47, 112 for 3.
See these shots bring success on so many occasions. Now this time, and to keep your confidence up with your Charles is so important there. Having put Butler down a few runs earlier off Alzari Joseph, and look at the crowd behind. He's got one supporter in the background there jumping heavily for him, Johnson Charles, and he's getting a cheer as he goes back.
Well, it just shows it's all good-natured. He got a bit of from the crowd, having put that catch down inevitably, and you expect that if you make a bit of a mess of it on the boundary edge. But he got a lovely ovation there when he walked back towards the crowd, having taken that catch off Josh.
Saying round the wicket to him, Bethel likes to take on that left arm spin and he go across it. Yep. Some just one. This is on for a couple. Good bounce throw from Shafine Rutherford. Will be referred. Back.
Well, Brent came in, fielding and a good hard throw.
One, intriguing to see where the West Indies go again from the next end. Jason Holder has 2 overs remaining. He was good, 1 for 15. Up front, Alzari Joseph has another couple of his sleeves.